Howdy, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas with Wickedstorm Gaming.
Oh yes, we've had other subjects. It's why we had to calibrate the pacification field and warm up our brainial beams and vivisectors. Only a short time ago, we had 3-1 subjects arrive, and they ruined several experiments, and even injured 2 of our staff. It is a shame their brains left with them. With you, however, we have taken precautions to ensure that problem won't repeat itself. We've conditioned you so you can't speak of this place, discuss our secrets, or attempt to use force against us in any way. Isn't that nice?
No.
Because 3-1 is 2. 2 spoke to us, one after the other. One mean, one curious. But there was a third we didn't speak to. The last one is the -1. It got traumatized, then taken to one of our medical centers for de-traumatization. A rather unsettling procedure. Ask Dr. O. And you could have asked 8 once, until he was severely damaged in the attack. We like him better this way.
Wait, why do you like him better this way?
Until our next interaction,
I'm finding many more things.
I don't like to talk about it. 8, he can't talk about it. They fried his voice module. Something good. It wasn't all the visitors, though. Only one of them got out of control. He's the one that took control of Little Yangtze, our old human farm. This human, I can't believe it. He broke out of the think tank in seconds. Then he went for Yangtze, got bomb collars, and started practicing on the subjects that were still there until he got the right frequency. We were sending robots to stop him, and he was slicing and cutting through their shells with some souped-up laser gun like they were cheese paper. When he hacked into the mainframe, A tried to stop him and got fried. Me? He rerouted my processors to take control of the train network here. If you see the tunnels with the trains plowed into them, you can thank our visitor for that. He wrecked the whole place. While we were trying to keep containment on the surface, turns out he used one train to punch out a tunnel and escape. Sealed now. 2 other human specimens. One arrived not long after the troublemaker. And the last one, not sure when he showed up. Thought the first one was going to be lobotomized in Y-17. She got out somehow. The last subject, Klein might know more. He talked to him, and let him leave the think tank. Hope he knew what he was doing. Klein knows things we don't. And I think he told some of those things to the last visitor. Dangerous things if they ever got out.
Okay. Interesting. Why don't they like that the other dude could talk? Why do they like him better now? Hello? What this is? Lots of shit in here. None of it particularly useful at this point in time. Suits, casual wear, hats. Cowboy hats. Oh, there's teddy bears. This must be her room. This must be the crazy bitch's room. Dr. Klein.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated. Why, yes. We are filled with the knowledge you speak of. If you wish to know more, simply ask.
Right.
Oh, yes, the last visitor. Well, the one just before you. Had an interesting name from some language that's almost impossible to speak. What did we speak about? Melancholy fellow. Had questions about history, but our conversation got interrupted. Twice, I believe. Once when the trains got derailed, and then a second time. Oddly enough, now that I'm accessing my databanks, I don't recall what the second time was. Mobius's incessant transmissions keep distracting me. Also, we didn't brain scrub the visitor. He may have left with some knowledge he shouldn't have. I believe, maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, well, I'm sure it's of no consequence. I don't make many mistakes in calculation or perception, so probability favors me.
Right.
I am Dr. Klein.
Dr. Klein.
Researcher of logistical operations and ideology here at Big Mountain. I am surprised you have not heard of me. I am first in my field. First chair, as it were, back in the days of chairs.
I don't want to tell you about all that stuff yet.
Dr. Mobius was not the horrifying creature you saw upon the screen, twisted by science. He was once one of us, a friend. He researched in directions contrary to the think tank. Brains, 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 always about the brains. So we exiled him. He says he left of his own volition, but that was to save him the embarrassment. Now he sends his intelligence-consuming scorpions from the Forbidden Zone to plunder the secrets of Big Mountain. He is a menace.
Yeah, how?
I'm not certain. Perhaps it only affects machines. If so, you may be immune. If it is chems, then we have nothing to fear. Since we are afraid, it must not be chems, and you need not fear, which means you can test it. Logical.
What if I do the other one?
Dr. O is certain of his findings, and no one else in the think tank is willing to test the results. Loss of brainial power. Terrifying.
Spooky.
O has said on many occasions his inability to comprehend Mobius's robo-schematics is because of repeated robo-scorpion stings.
Right.
It's a side effect of the cerebral scrubbing. It won't stop you from excreting, or asking questions, apparently. I have to correct that next time. Hormonal aggressive tendencies are actively suppressed, however. They are a no-no and not permitted in the think tank. The scrubbing also ensures your silence to keep Big Mountain safe. This facility is top secret, and you cannot speak of it to anyone outside of Big Mountain.
But what if I speak
With
of
the
it?
last batch, and the anti-aggression scrub. We had to take precautions after the last visitors. They caused a great deal of damage in a short time. Should have made sure they couldn't mention Big Mountain once they left. An oversight. Dr. 8 and Dr. O could tell you more. Dr. O more than 8. Suffice to say, those visitors are unwelcome. They stole a great many secrets and much technology. Impertinent. They also broke one of my trains.
No, not the Twains. Oh, not the Twains. What is this place?
This is the thing. Here we test and test some more in the name of science, atomic power, nuclear power, and scientific power.
Unlimited power.
Yes, because the intellectually challenged see an M and a T next to each other and take Occam's razor to it. While you are here, you will refer to this place properly, and you will do the same with the other scientists here.
Right.
That glowing red scar, that laser lobotomy canyon maze carved in the landscape as if by some child. It is Mobius's fortress.
I think I've been
From
there.
that hemorrhoidal fissure, he sends his amazing robo-scorpions to terrify and irritate us. He always tended to the dramatic.
So dramatic.
Ask Boros. I believe he knows more about the fence than any brain. Except maybe Mobius. Mobius was involved in their construction, if I recall. But he's such a hack, he probably was reading off Boros' notes and schematics.
No. Brain extraction.
We didn't actually do it. We tried to clean up after, as always, but usually the auto dock runs on remote. But we programmed it, or Mobius did.
No dear.
Still, this new wrinkle with the Tesla coils in your skull was unexpected. I mean, we predicted we'd have a breakthrough eventually, but Gala knows more. She supervised your spine peel and the heart circumcision, then dumped them both into the tanks in the sink above. Quite sanitary. Sure took her time. She always takes longer than projected with lobotomite surgeries. Not sure why.
You pervert. Might have my brain.
Yes. In all
Not my
probable
brain.
likelihoods. Yes. Possibly. That it may have gone to Mobius is merely an inkling. I don't know why, but it may be something involving the surgery code. Actually, I don't know. All I know is it misplaced itself, or it floated off. They get into robots sometimes and go on a tear.
Fuck. There's autodoc code you mentioned. Yeah, where's that mobile major?
Mobius's legacy code was in the old auto dock. Yes, it fried itself after your procedure, so he couldn't tell for sure. It is unfortunate. We would have benefited from knowing how the breakthrough occurred. Even if we installed another chip, the information is lost. Yes, always leaves back doors into things. Have to keep finding them and closing them. The auto dock is now erased of his routines. It was thorough. Only Mobius would know for sure what happened. Well, and your brain, of course, it would know as well. It can communicate the procedure when we examine it. It is conceivable to trace its surgical scalpel prints once we have the brain. Might take some time, but your brain has no pain nerve to scream at us while we dissect it. Convenient. I detest screaming in my lab.
Not sure how I feel about you think you're gonna dissect my
Why
brain.
does he seek our destruction? Why did he build robot scorpions with intelligence training stingers?
No intelligent training
Because
stingers.
he hasn't cleaned his biogel in a long time. Clearly he's got some sort of psychological corrosion. He's mad.
Mad. No, I guess I'm done. Goodbye. Oh, I leveled up. Right. Yes. Science. Neat. I'll talk to you. Yeah, you're 8. You're the one that can't talk. You!
The lobotomite animal before me. What other terrifying
But now you're
terrors
super low.
plague us in our quest for knowledge? Communists? Communist animals, perhaps? Be warned. Attempt to propaganda me. I will shriek as a frightened babe, calling loyal cyber dogs to my aid. Do you comprehend, commie animal?
You okay?
Yes, animal. Hormones, pores, glands, all wrapped up in skin. Who knows what terrifying secrets lie beneath your epidermis? Scalpels shall tell us your secrets, even if we must cut deep for such knowledge. I was head of my biology class at American High, you know.
Neat.
So, you put down Gabe. Thank you. A scamp, but really, his highly augmented combat programming could have proved meddlesome. In any event, thank you for putting him down. One less test subject to catalog and sort. Clearly a failure of Doggy's cybo-engineering.
Aw.
Before you is the brain of Dr. Boros, head of animology, beastology, and DNA scrambling technology here at Big Mountain. I lay the bones and hearts of animals bare beneath my searing gaze, especially the dogs. I did so love dogs once. Especially Gabe, that rascal. But there are many animals to shape. Industrious cazadors, the happy-go-lucky night stalkers, They are my living, breathing DNA test tubes.
Still don't know how you think DNA splicing with robots and animals works. Robots have no DNA.
Indeed. Docile, curious, safe, sterile. They are contained here.
There are none of
in
these
Big
things.
Mountain.
None of these things.
Preserve
Not
DNA.
one.
And for observation.
Not a one. Not a one of these things.
Because Big Mountain safety measures are far more... No, such creatures are found only here, for research purposes. They would no more be capable of escape than breeding. I cannot expect a lobotomite to understand the careful surgical castrating procedures used in their creation. Perhaps a demonstration of my castrating power would settle your doubts.
You may be scared, but I'm kind of half convinced you just clip their toenails and call it good.
Impregnate you? What? Do you want to make me vomit inside my tank? The mere notion makes the edges of my biomed gel crystallize into asymmetrical patterns. Nonsense! That is what you speak. Nonsense from beyond.
I'm pretty sure you just trimmed their
I was
toenails.
at the top of my high school class in American high school. I knew facts. I knew figures. I knew data.
Notice how all these are past
It's
tense.
flawed. It is not. We never contradict ourselves. So do not even try.
Trying.
In 2000, let's see, carry the 3, then count backwards with the great static, or beyond, there were the tarantula debates, and something about hawks, which made it around 2003, May, Tuesday. It was definitely Tuesday.
Okay, Tuesday.
Why are we even debating this?
I have no idea.
What you ask is of no importance. Mobius besieges us. There are more important things to worry about than data and facts.
That's a weird thing for a scientist to say.
The malignant tumor that is Mobius plagues us all. His hunger for power, insatiable. From his lair in the Forbidden Zone, his terrifying Robo-Scorpion army clicks and whirs across the crater of Big Mountain, ever seeking, ever stinging.
Clicking.
He must be
Click, click, click,
stopped,
click, 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 click.
or all of Big Mountain shall be destroyed.
Man, the people who did the voice acting for this just had a blast, didn't they?
The radar fence protects us all. If evidence is correct, the one who built it is me. It keeps anything with a disembodied brain inside, like us. And anything without a brain, also inside. It is the ultimate defense against communist aggression. There'll be no infectious ideas on my watch.
Yeah.
Trapped? Nonsense. We are secure here from evil philosophies. Ever since my anxiety-filled days of powerlessness and being bullied in American high school, I have dreamed of such security as the fence. That and giant cybernetic dogs that would ruthlessly patrol and kill anyone who wasn't my friend, like Richie Marcus and Betsy Bright.
Yeah, I remember them from the testing place.
Oh, Betsy. I hope you and Richie are happy smoking in your radioactive coffins. I'm glad you never came to my birthday party. No. Beyond is death. despite mounting evidence to the contrary.
Oh, mounting evidence.
Where these strange humans wander in from with their ideas and new brains, there is nothing beyond Big Mountain. Enough! Stop filling my precious brain cell units with irrelevant data. You sound like the other visitors, making wild claims of a world beyond, where there is a war beyond war. It is unproven and unthinkable. Bother the other doctors with your... There is logic and purpose in it. If these technologies are needed to pierce the Forbidden Zone, so be it. Science is powerful, and in the right hands, our hands, if we had hands,
They don't have hands.
we would be nigh unstoppable.
Imagine how much more they'd get done if they had hands. So much more science could be
It is our
completed with hands.
threatened by the horrors of Mobius.
No.
All we wish to do is continue our research, layer upon layer, above and beneath the floor of the crater, until we have our answers. But no, Mobius will not let us rest, scaring us with his scary robots with their laser
so
tails
scary.
and blowing up all the time.
They do blow up an awful lot. So let's about it. You made a mess of this landscape. It's been teamed by giant fuckbots. I'm gonna say that one.
It was not our first choice of testing grounds, but we no longer have the luxuries of our test cities.
Well, that just sounds fucked up.
We lost the mountain. After the explosion, we couldn't find it anymore. So the crater became our testing grounds for science.
I really want to know what fucking... Yeah, the explosion.
Boom! Yes, quite unexpected and embarrassing. All better now after the landscaping, though. Much more pleasing to our monitors. And the crater helps keep everything inside, because it is bowl-shaped.
Woo balls.
Yes. In the past, individuals would come to us, pay for technology, and if their town, community, or city was just right, we could use that city as a controlled experiment. Vault-Tech was much better at it, of course. We had to make do. Get permission. Sometimes. If only we could have used commie cities. But capturing whole cities was hard, so we captured enough commies to make cities of our own. So we had a group of Chinese prisoners to experiment on. Those were the days. But the true test was science on unsuspecting Americans. Whether it was holograms, new autodocs, toxins, vending machines, we wound them up, let them go into tiny, isolated towns. Then we observed.
Yeah, the toxin's kind of fucked up.
Submit your...
And we're done with you. Oh, that's why. I was flying the whole time. Magical flying boy is me. Bye. Lovely. Are there any more robots to speak to? No? Okay. Well, like it if you liked it, subscribe if you want, share it if you can, and do what you want. We got some more quests to do. I want to find his... why do you have a rear light? They have tail lights. What do they have tail lights? I want to find his voice box. Just because they seem to like that he can't talk. It's with the eyeball. Always with the eyeball. Yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys next time.